My name is Julia Brown, and this is what an activist looks like. This award means a lot to me because it makes me think that maybe what I'm doing actually does mean something to the community, and maybe it is actually making a difference. My freshman year, I facilitated a speaking event where I had a group of maybe 7 adults come in and just have a question and answer with about 150 students about, the harms of drugs and alcohol and tobacco and the importance of physical activity. And afterwards, I had so many different students who came up to me and said, "This really is an eye-opener. I'm so happy to do this. I've had this affected in my family life, and I know my friends who do this who were really touched by your presentation." That was really my first big event my freshman year. So after that, I knew that, to help these students, because I love this student body and I love this school and I love this community, that if they felt that this was helping them, that I had to do it. But I'd definitely say my role models are the people who can try to quit and successfully quit. I know a lot of youth in our school who will actually come to me asking for help because they don't want to go to the adults. So I'm just really, they're my role models who they take my information, they take my pamphlets, and they go through the steps and they actually quit. I just honor them so much for being strong and for honoring their sports contracts. That's one of the biggest reasons why kids quit, is they sign those contracts and they really follow them through. So I'd say they inspire me, and I guess they are my role models. Challenges. Yeah, there's definitely social ramifications with being a teen activist, especially when you're working against drugs and alcohol, which are obviously popular in high schools and out of high school too. So it's a challenge to find new and creative ways for people to listen. After we did my sophomore year, a 6-week program where every Tuesday we put a PSA about tobacco and how it's harmful. It was called Tobacco-Free Tuesdays. And there's a certain amount of kids being like, "Oh, another one of these, another one of these." We have to find new and interesting ways to make them creative. And we faced the same problem this year when we did a 7-week program, which was called Fermentation-Free Fridays, which is about the effects of alcohols on youth specifically. So just finding new and inventive ways, which is nice because we're young and we have a different outlook that we actually can kind of do that. Happy that someone might think of me as a role model, but hopefully through the events I'm doing and through the things I'm seeing, they can also get involved. So I hope by being a role model, it will inspire other young women to get involved in social activism. If young girls wanted to be involved in health advocacy, I would just say what I tell the majority of people: be a loud non-smoker, be a loud advocate. Wherever you go, make sure you're educated and you're speaking intelligently and you're really spreading the knowledge, because that's usually, people who start doing tobacco, they might not know the effects of it and all that. So for young girls who want to get involved, I say go for it. It's very rewarding and it's much needed. For girls in general, I would say, stand loud and proud of who you are and stand up for really what you believe in. Be an activist if that's what you want to be. If you don't want to be an activist, that's who you are, that's fine too, but do your best to be who you are. Girls rock!